Embarrassing stories. I personally think embarrassing stories are just the best. They make for some A+ bonding experiences. A lot of times if I meet a new group of people, like one of the quickest ways to bond is I'll just be like, what's your most embarrassing story? They just bring people together in mutual appreciation of how amazingly cringy life can get. Also, side note, if you are the kind of person who has noticed that I've been trying to post every week, usually on Mondays recently, you probably also realized that there was not a video last Monday, but that is not my fault. I tried. I filmed a dance video until literally my thigh muscles gave out and I could not do the dance anymore. Like for so long I worked on this dance and I filmed it and I edited it and I filmed this little intro that was actually really funny and I made the whole package. I made a thumbnail, I uploaded it, only to then get informed by YouTube that it was blocked in all countries for the music. Okay. So then I was like, okay, well, I'll post it to Instagram, and then I was informed that Instagram blocked it due to the music copyright. So basically it was all a waste and I'm losing my goddamn mind. So unfortunately from now on I'm gonna have to check every single song if I want to make a dance all night and make sure that it's not gonna friggin' get blocked. Anyway, I'm back this week with a little story time, and this story time is going to be my most embarrassing moment. Now, I say that. I technically have two most embarrassing moments, and the other one I actually find more embarrassing personally, but this one is the one where most people feel more embarrassed for me, so I think it makes for the more interesting story, but I might make a video on the other one sometime in the future. But for now, today, it's gonna be this one, and this one's a wild ride. So this story starts out with me being in my late teens and having my boyfriend at the time, and my boyfriend at the time was very involved in sports. The sports. Have you heard of it? And me being the awesome, wonderful girlfriend that I am, I would go to his games and often support him in the sports. Even though I spent a good amount of time scoping out the area to see if there was food anywhere that I could just get into. List of Anna's priorities: sports, food. I'm hating my hair today. It's really not working with me, and I know that you don't care very much, but like, ugh, I'm gonna get a haircut soon. I am. Legitimately, after this video, like, I'm gonna go on Groupon and find a haircut deal, because like, I am over it 100%. Sports, food, my hair. Anyway, so I'm at this game of his with his dad and his little sister, who I think was 4 or 5 years younger than us. Fun time. Game ends. We load into the minivan to head back to his house, and it's got 3 rows of seats, right? Driver's seat, middle seat, and then the back row. His dad's driving, his little sister sits in the middle row on the left, and then we sit on the left and middle in the very back. So we can hold hands because we're cute like that. So we're driving along, conversing with this family, and because he's young and dumb and horny and fearless, he decides to oh God! Describing it is way worse than I thought. Sorry, Mom and Dad. He wants to mess around a bit, so he takes my hand and he puts it down his pants. I really hate this. And because I am young and dumb and horny and reckless, I'm like, okay. And for some reason, like God knows why, we decide that's a great time for a handy. When his dad's in the front seat and his little sister's the seat in front of us. And like, I don't even know, even if everything had gone according to plan, like, what was the game plan once it was done? Like, we were still gonna be in a little bit of a pickle. Yeah, but I don't think we were thinking too hard about it, obviously. And so before too long, like, I have no idea what prompted it. Maybe it was because we got oddly quiet, or maybe, like, I do not know what prompted it. But for some reason, his little sister full on, like, turns around in her seat, sees the situation, and immediately decides to yell, "Why is your hand down my brother's pants?" Like, homegirl! Like, why? It was like setting an alarm off. We have never scrambled so fast in our lives. Just immediately both just like, what? Us? Huh? No, we weren't that cool at all. But of course, as if it weren't bad enough that his sister had just seen this, she of course had to yell it out, which means their dad was also alerted. So as soon as she yells, I look in the little rearview mirror, and he just has this like, he is like smiling up a storm. He knows what's up. He knows the ridiculousness of what just happened. He is like, I am staying out of this one. I do not want, like... So his dad doesn't say a word, but his expression is just like, I'm just gonna keep driving, look at the road. He was totally bemused. I think part of him was like, all right, son, get it. Oh! And I don't remember if it was my boyfriend at the time who came up with the excuse or if it was me. It could have gone either way. I really don't remember. We might have half and half. But I was actually honestly really impressed at the speed of which we thought of an excuse. He had a tendency to reach down his pants and scratch his balls, like all the time. Like he was known for it. His friends knew, his family knew. He didn't care who he did it around. He did it around me, he did it around, and everyone was like, stop. And so the excuse we came up with was that he was just trying to scratch his balls and I was trying to get him to stop by like pulling his hand out of his pants, which was why my hand was down there. And I think she might have bought it a little bit. I don't think the dad did. I think the dad knew exactly what was happening, but he let that moment go, thank goodness. And now just when I think about it, I'm just like, how is that gonna work? How is that gonna work out, Anna? What made you think that was a good idea? God, and that wasn't even like, his little sister had like walked in on us making out before and the door was closed, which like totally wasn't allowed. And she called the siren on that one too. I was just like, girl, you were cock-blocking my life. You're killing me. So yeah, I would count the time where my boyfriend's little sister caught me giving him a handy in the backseat of the van and proceeded to loudly call me out to his father as one of the more embarrassing moments of my life. Now the other embarrassing story I have, I might say for another video. For some reason, like, it's not as, it's not like that one. But for some reason, it made me feel more embarrassed, I think. It could have just been because it happened more recently. If you want to hear that one, let me know. I might make it a future video. But until then, I'm just gonna go sit and think about the choices I've made in my life and buy that Groupon. Till our next video, friends, you take care of yourselves and don't give handies in the backs of vans with the family members inside of them. Oh my God, I'm gonna go. Bye.
And I'm not tryna be with you now, but I could be a crush, like throw you for a rush, like hoping you text me so I could tell you I've been thinking about you.